guys, I've got a little bit of a new project here for the channel. So it's not a Subaru, but it's a Datsun 1982 280ZX. So I got this car on a really good deal. I wasn't expecting to buy it, but at the price I got it for, I couldn't say no. You know what? I'm gonna pull it out. I haven't really walked around this car yet. I haven't really seen it up close. It was a little bit of a sight unseen situation. So we're gonna pull it out, wash it. I'll walk you guys around the car so you guys can take a look, and I'm gonna get like my first close-up look of this car and see what we're working with. Alright, so this is my new project, 1982 Datsun 280ZX. Pretty dusty, but actually all around the body is in really good shape. So I've got a little bit of rust spots, one here, one there in the corner, and then a few along the roof. But other than that, I think the guts and everything and the body is in really good shape. Definitely something I can work with. So I picked this car up at auto auction for $600. Pretty much nobody at the auction wanted this car, so I was the only one who placed a bid on it. That's how I ended up with it so cheap, and if I didn't pick it up, believe it or not, this car probably would have ended up at the Crushers. So this is my abandoned 280ZX. So let's take a look at the inside. I would go in through the passenger door here, but it's stuck closed. So we're gonna have to figure that out. But the one thing I really hate about this car is the blue interior. So it's pretty ugly. So a lot of this is gonna end up in the end, I think, coming out. All right, so the odometer reads it's at 164, almost 165,000 miles. It is manual transmission. It looks like it has an aftermarket stereo put in, so it's got an aftermarket head unit. Oh, this is a little clip that goes to the seat there that I accidentally broke when I was inspecting the car when I first got it. Looks like there's cracking on the dash. I'd love to get rid of this dash and replace it with a black one. We've got a few different gauges here. It looks like oil pressure, battery volts. It almost looks like a lap or time recorder because it says like date, seconds, lap, reset. I don't know a lot about these cars, to be honest, so this is going to be a little bit of a learning experience for me, but I'm definitely super excited to get to work on this thing. It is a target top. I haven't taken them off yet because I don't know if I'd be able to put them back on, but for now they're gonna stay, and we're gonna wash the car and we're gonna see if these leak. Hopefully not. Yeah, so we're gonna wash it and then we'll get to work on it. All right, gotta get the Waba key on. Every time I wash the car, my shoes always get soaked. So.
Are you recording to clean your Wawa keys on?
Yeah, bro. Gotta get the Waba key.
聞いてないの上履き。上履き。上履き。
上履き。
So when I bought the car, they were able to get it to crank, and it started for a few seconds, but there was a major fuel leak here. The hose that was here was just spraying fuel, so they didn't really let the motor run. But I think that's an easy fix. I've got the line, so that's what we're gonna do first today. This is it's just the regular overhead cam motor. It's not the turbo. Everything looks like it's in pretty good shape, all things considered. A lot of cobwebs, definitely needs to be cleaned up in here. But my goal today is to get this motor running. And if we do that, I have a lot of the stuff for kind of overhauling the engine and just getting it ready to run and drive. So the other thing I didn't mention about this car is it's a duplicate title and it's not registered currently. So I do have to get all the paperwork with the DMV up to date to get this thing to run legally on the road. But today my goal is just to get it running train, and hopefully we'll change the oil, spark plugs, and coolant if I can get that line to stop leaking and get the car to just idle. One of my other favorite things about this car is that the hood opens to the front, which is super sick. So the first time I had actually seen a video on the 240 was the Mighty Car Mods video where they went to Japan and bought the 240, and that one was just done so well. And that really, like, after I saw that video, I was like, I've always wanted an older FAIRLADY. I would have never thought in my dreams that I would have the opportunity to actually own one. So this is like super cool to me, and I'm really excited to get to work on this project. This is not the older, I guess, S30 is what they're called, from the 70s. This is actually an 82. So this is the S130 body, which is a little different than some of the Z's, the FAIRLADYs that you see. It's not the popular one, but I'm still super stoked. It's pretty much the same motor, upgraded drivetrain and chassis. So this is actually one of the higher powered Z's out there. Alright guys, so this is the line that I took out. Pretty much just use a flathead screwdriver to undo the clamps, and then just use some pliers to pull this right out. So here's my new line. I'm just gonna cut it to the same length as this original one, and then I'm gonna try to install it. We got a leak. Where's it leaking from?
Oh, I saw it pop out.
Oh, it's this line, not this one. You hit the, All right, so my bad, guys. So it looks like it's this line here where the problem is, not this one. I didn't even try to start the car again. I just pulled this line when I brought the car home to try to get focused there for you guys. So we're gonna get a screwdriver and pull this line, replace it, and see if we can get the start up.
Huh?
This line is so old. It's like disintegrating as I pull it out. Very stubborn. Just the line is very disintegrated. A lot of it came from me pulling out, but I'm gonna change this up and put a new line on there. All right, so this is where the hose was, right between these two. I think this is an injector here, and in this fuel line, this fuel rail here. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna replace the line and see if that fixes the problem. No fuel launched out of it, which is a good thing. Think it's the jumper?
It's an old ass battery, bro.
Yeah, I know, I have to get a new battery.
2,000 years later.
Alright guys, so we went to the store, we got a new battery. I think that's what's causing it not to turn over, so hopefully this fresh battery will help us. Watch out for the Popeyes there. Dude, we love Popeyes, let me tell you. Alright, let's send it. Whoa! What? Give it a little gas. Damn, boy! Whoa! Damn, dude! Fucking purrs. Stinks though. Ooh! Oh! Oh baby, she running. Damn! Definitely fucking stinks. But this thing probably hasn't run
in years.
Holy shit. All right guys, so I opened the radiator cap and it's like really bad in there. So it looks like there's no coolant in this car at all. So I'm gonna do a radiator flush. So I don't think I have to drain anything, but I'm gonna open up the cap at the bottom, make sure nothing drains out. Then I'm gonna put distilled water and some of the Prestone system cleaner in there, run it, and then after that we'll put some real coolant and we'll see if we can take this thing for a little drive down the road. Yeah, so I popped off the radiator cap and it's just really disgusting and dry in there. So I don't think this coolant has been changed in a long time. It's really hard to see. We don't have a jack right now, but there's a little plastic tab in the middle of the radiator that I'm gonna pop open and just see if anything drains out. All right, so I'm gonna let the coolant drain for a minute, but yeah, the oil on the dipstick looks actually very, very clean, and it looks to be about full, so I'm not gonna change this just yet, but it's good to know there's oil in there so that we can at least test drive the car. I have the new oil, I just don't have a jack right now. So as soon as I get the jack over here, we'll change this oil because I don't know how long it's been sitting in the car, probably for years. So it's really not good to run that through the system if you can avoid it. All right, well I'm still waiting on that coolant to finish dripping, so I'm gonna open up the air box here. So the filter actually looks pretty clean and the box looks clean, so I'm just gonna leave it be for now. Just didn't want to find like a mouse living in here, so it looks pretty good, so we'll leave that for now. Once we put this coolant flush in, she should be good to run. This is what I decided to use. It's a Prestone radiator flush and degreaser. You just run this through the system and it gets rid of like a lot of that discolored nasty orange oxidation. And then after you run this for a little bit, you can put in good coolant. Running for now. It made a few noises that were a little disconcerting. I'm almost a little nervous to drive it down the street, but I want to move it. I want to see what happens. We burped the system, but no bubbles just really came out. So yeah, I'm just gonna drive it, see what happens. Oh, the windows work. Ooh. Let me put my seatbelt on. You got your seatbelt? All right, my biggest fear is this car will break down while we're driving it. It's got a little sensor light. I don't know what that means. All right, you ready? Why does it say brake? The brake light is on.
Just probably need brakes. You're good though. I drove around with brake lights like that.
Oh man, it's moving. Oh baby! Woo!
You wanna go get some air? Cause you have a complete flat tire.
Do they have air at the station here?
They should.
Oh my god, we're riding dirty right now, boys. Oh, no brakes.
No?
No. That was scary, and I can't see past this fucking bush. That's what he said.
Hey. You really gonna take it out like that?
I don't know. Yeah, we can use the e-brake. No brakes. I think the hood popped.
It did.
It's running, man. Alright, we'll go to the gas station and then we'll come back. Holy shit. I like this. Maybe we'll turn around here, go back. I don't know.
The gas station's right there.
I do not trust this at all. This is bad, man. Just do a U.
Oh, there is no U-turns here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man. Driving around dirty, no registration. Holy shit.
No brakes.
Oh my god, we're gonna die. Which side is flat? That side? This side?
This side, yeah.
I hope the reverse gear works in this thing.
If not, we'll push it. Alright, go ahead.
I keep hitting the brake like it's gonna work.
A few minutes later.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, start it right back up. There's the hazard lights. They see the clapped out car, they know it's a hazard. Jesus. is. Okay, that's it. We made it back. We didn't crash. The car runs. I gotta figure out what's going on with the brakes. So that'll kind of be the next big project to tackle. So that's it for now.